Welcome to your report of findings. Last visit we did a postural assessment, looked at your range of motion, and did a thermographic spinal scan. What we will do today is discuss your exam and thermographic findings with you personally, as well as your spinal check schedule and membership options. However, while you wait, we want to briefly let you know what to expect. First, what is computerized paraspinal thermal imaging? It's a safe, reliable test that measures minute differences in infrared heat emitted from the body surface. Differences in temperature are assessed by complex algorithms using a constantly updated software. Why not X-rays? First, this is safer. It is unique in that it exposes you to no ionizing radiation. We don't X-ray our families, so we aren't going to X-ray you. Second, thermal imaging gives us information we can't get in an X-ray. You can photograph a door all day, but it won't tell you how it opens and closes, moves, or functions. Likewise, you can X-ray a spine, but it won't tell you how the spine functions. Instead, thermal imaging indicates presence of abnormal nervous system function, and that is our sole purpose. We will discuss your imaging results momentarily. However, you know already that your scan should show little green circles all the way down your cervical and lumbar spines. Spikes in your scan, even if small green spikes, indicate subluxations, stress-induced silent spinal misalignments or blockages between your brain and body cells. They are little switches that are thrown in the off position. An alarming number of people are essentially walking around with the power shut off between brain and body, miraculously functioning with essentially half their brain tied behind their backs. So how do we get these subluxations corrected? And then second, how do we keep them corrected? First, we need to correct your alignment and open the life channels through your spine. Much like a dimmer switch, step by step, we slowly open the neural pathways further at each visit. As we open up the little spaces for the brainstem, spinal cord, and delicate nerve roots, the dangerous spinal blockages are slowly released. These subluxations only occurred with years of neglect and exposure to excessive modern physical, chemical, and emotional stressors. It takes time to open these channels, and each adjustment builds on the previous adjustment. Second, once adjusted, reconnected, and functioning more normally, we all understand that we still have exposure to modern stresses. So what happens if we again neglect our spinal hygiene? Well, the subluxation returns and the light goes out once again. That is why you will receive ongoing wellness care or weekly spinal checks. This keeps the nerve channels connected so that slowly the body can compensate and repair the years of degeneration in body cells and brain function that has been allowed to build up. Once open, we need to keep the nerve channels open. The phases of care is illustrated by our pyramid of frequency seen here. We will discuss the specifics of your plan shortly. However, in general, if you have never been to a chiropractor before or you have years of spinal neglect, your starting frequency will be 3 to 5 days per week. This is due to the fact that you will often subluxate or return to the old alignment within 24 to 48 hours after your adjustment. As you start showing signs of retaining your alignment longer, we decrease the frequency down to twice per week. Then finally, we go down to the once-a-week spinal checks, as per the Wiedemann study cited in the online orientation class. Note that kids often adapt quicker and need fewer introductory visits before going down to the weekly frequency. Keep in mind the adjustments build on each other. It's much like swimming upstream. If you stop swimming, where do you go? Back downstream where you came from. So let's not do that. If you miss an appointment, make it up that same week. We are open varying hours, but on some day we are open between the hours 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Your health is too important not to give us the 5 minutes it takes to free your body of life-robbing subluxations. Let's switch gears for a moment. This figure represents you. You will always have options. It's your health and therefore your responsibility to choose what steps you take or don't take. Never forget that. That is why we bend over backwards with all this information. We don't just want you to do what we tell you. We want you to understand the benefits of and choose lifetime chiropractic checks for you and your family. However, let's pretend, God forbid, you receive a diagnosis from your medical doctor. you have several options. First, you can receive your weekly spinal hygiene checks. This decreases the nerve interference, allowing the best doctor, the one within, to do the work. Second, you can choose drugs and/or surgery. We know there is a time and a place for invasive steps like these. Third, you can do both spinal hygiene checks and drugs or surgery. There's no law against doing both at the same time. Fourth option, you can do nothing. No matter what other health measures you may take, don't make the harmful mistake of neglecting your spinal hygiene. Chiropractic care is separate and distinct. No amount of nutrition, exercise, medicine, surgery, acupuncture, or physical therapy will take its place. Nothing but chiropractic will keep your nerve channels connected, free, and clear between the brain cells and the body cells. No medication will put a vertebral bone back in place. In reality, the more health conditions you may have, the more critical your spinal hygiene is. The spine is the center of your body and the foundation of your health. Remember the practice member with gangrene I sent to the hospital that I talked about in the orientation? When he called to ask if he should still get his weekly spinal checks, did I tell him, nah, you're going to die anyway? Just let that added stress choke off your life signals traveling through your spine. No way. All the more reason to keep up your spinal hygiene. All the more reason to reconnect the circuit between your brain and body. Because that is the channel through which the best doctor in the world works. The doctor within us all. So what can you expect from your spinal care? Notice on this list, decreased pain is not even included. In a phrase, it is about better human potential. Some of the benefits noted by our practice members in their online reviews and testimonials are pretty broad, as you can see here compiled. However, the top 4 most common noted include more energy, better digestion, easier respiration, and better sleep, in bold on the list. Those are easy to explain because of the obvious connection with the brain and nervous system in each case. We bring those out and others up, however, to encourage you to be aware. Be sensitive to the changes and improvements going on in your body. Everybody is different, and the doctor within knows best. So your desires for your health may not match what is most critical for your long-term health. However, write down and share your experiences with us. We'll be asking for some of that feedback at your follow-up thermal scan at your 10th visit. We never cease to be amazed with what happens with each and every unique human being that is better connected through a healthy, vibrant nervous system. Do we view spinal hygiene as a matter of life and death? No, you won't die today or tomorrow, but as the weeks, months, and years of spinal neglect accumulate, it is a matter of life and death to the poor cells on the ends of those neglected and damaged nerves. How long do you want your kids or significant other to walk around with nerve interference? So extend a hand. RYF, that stands for Refer Your Friends and Family. How? Number 1, put up an online review on Facebook at Fall Chiro or on Google or on Yelp. It's easy to do and helps us spread the word without expensive advertising that would affect our ability to keep our fees low. Number 2, listen to them. Ask them how they're doing. When they mention something about their health, energy, sleep, immune function, do what my daughter did at the young age of 6. Ask them, what do you think controls that? Well, it's the brain, and it controls the body through the spine, so get your spine checked at my chiropractor. Refer them to our website where they can watch the video for a discounted exam, scan, and first adjustment. We thank you for your valuable time and for your attention. We know you have made it this far because you aspire to higher health potential. This is genuinely a labor of love for us all here. We look forward to your partnership with us, and we look forward to your assistance in reaching more out into our community, one spine at a time.